Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. This room does not yet inspire a sense of endless wonder. One day it will. Not one day, today. We're going to improve this bit by bit. But first, we need to head back to spawn. Let's see if the changes we made on the other side of the portal have affected our ability to teleport or glitch through. No, they have not. We did it! Excellent! That is my favorite thing. I really need to build a platform, like, up there. Let's just run up there real quick and just build a little platform so we don't almost die every time we do that. That would be good planning, right? Because I'm going to keep doing that. Scar doesn't need to know why. It's just going to be a little platform up here. Very hard to see. We're going to use a little bit of our nether brick for it, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. We're going to eat a little food so we don't starve. Excellent. Then we can just kind of put a single torch here, in case somebody notices it. It's like, hey, what's that for? That's for keeping Joe Hills from dying. So tell me again, viewers, why are we here? It's because I wanted to come back to spawn and grab some awesome stuff to make our village beautiful, and to make our bay beautiful. You know, it takes a lot of work to build the foundations for all the little homes I'm going to want to use, but I also need to do a quick survey of what Scar is actually building with. Because if I don't know what Scar needs, I don't know what I can take without, like, hurting his efforts, you know? That is really bad if I'm, like, coming in here and stealing something he needs. Like, I know he needs acacia wood. I know that he needs some of the andesite. But, like, on the whole, I don't know everything. How could I? Let's just go ahead and teleport down here. Get a quick survey. Yo, this looks so much better. So he's definitely adding a lot of cobble. He's adding some smooth stone, some of the acacia wood, some of the andesite. Okay, so it looks like I'm safe to take granite and diorite for sure. But, you know, who would want to? Am I going to be able to find my way back up there? Oh, yeah, I can. I just remember it's right up here. Boom. You know what, while I'm here, let's just go ahead and grab some of this diorite and get it moved over into the Yesh building. Every trip helps. These little, excursions, you know. Uh-oh. That is a zombie wearing armor. That is a zombie not wearing armor. That is the daytime. So goodbye, guys. Enjoy burning to death, hopefully. Where were we? Oh yeah, diorite. Dang it, diorite. Transfer. There you go. Oh yeah, I forgot I put all this good stuff in this ender chest. So maybe I'm going to end up just grabbing my own stuff. Yeah, that'll actually... That seems like a reasonable plan. And we'll go ahead and drop off some of the excess stuff we grabbed. Otherwise, I was going to check if there was more obsidian in here. There is. I might be able to find a use for some of this obsidian in my decorating as well. So, we'll grab a little bit of this. You know what? There might be enough andesite for Scar here. He probably won't mind if I grab just a little bit for my foundations of my buildings. And then a little bit of smooth stone. Great. So while we're over here, though, you know, I'm actually pretty close. Oh, wait, no, that's right, because I did the teleporter glitch. I can't remember if this portal's going to take me back to the main hub or if it's going to take me right next to my base. Let's find out. If it takes me to the main hub, though, it did take me to the main hub that time. Great. I might as well go to the end portal and kill some endermen real quick so I can fix some of my pickaxes. Because that's a real pain having all these picks that need to be fixed. They're just practically sticks at that point. Well, it's good to see that nobody's gotten rid of my people's endemic struggle sign, you know. The struggle continues. And here we go, hopping through yet another dimension. On our way to the Ender. Okay, that might be enough, actually. So we can just come over here, put our pickaxe in here. Now we've got Fortune 3, Efficiency 5. That's what I want to see. And, of course, we also have no food. But that's to be expected. So it seems we have a way to get to here, but I don't understand how we get back out. Like, how do I get to that stairwell there? Well. Do I have to climb up this? That seems kind of unsafe. Dang it, I wish I'd brought my Enderman head. I forgot it. Well, here we go. Walking through the end like we all are kind of friends, or at least the kind of acquaintance you remember once and don't want to bump into again. I'm not your friend. I'm just some fella that is wandering through the end. I'm not your pal. I'm not your friend. I'm just some fella who is wandering through the end. Hey, you. Ah, bye. Well, we are back in the Red Sky Bay, and as you can tell, our sign is looking as good as ever. But, you know what? This house, it's still, it needs work, but we don't have time to work on this house. We have to improve the village. We need to do so much stuff, and we can't make everything perfect all at once. We gotta make everything marginally better, subtly over time. And even though that feels like we're not making a lot of progress, sometimes that's okay. Sometimes you just gotta kind of go with the flow. And right now the flow is telling me I need to get up to my town square area. My town squarea, I guess you could call it. It sounds like it's from Terraria. But Johnny was so long at the Faria. Anyway, where was I? I was nefariously laying out my little tower here. And I realize I'm going to need more ladders because I just used all my ladders on Scar's thing. Dang it. As much as I like the look of the exposed coal vein here, really, if this is supposed to be a mature mine, there should not be any mature coal veins. Boom, look at that. Fortune and efficiency 5. Just cutting through this like it is thunder. No, like it is a wonder that it is not blundered into its own destruction earlier. Just kind of trim that like so, give it a little slightly more natural appearance. Oh, hey, there we go. We got a little bit of smooth stone here. Boom. Whoops. Not that one. You're gone. Okay, back onto our... Okay. Good plan in there. Excellent forethought. Can I make that jump? Like, whew, yeah. Yeah, I can. Knew it. Anyway, where was I? Taking this coal and more of this netherrack downstairs. Let's get this cooking. That's not a way downstairs anymore. Dang it. Nor is that. Let's go ahead and stack some quartz slabs here to get some chiseled quartz blocks. That's going to seem kind of silly, but just bear with me. Because I was thinking about it, and it's like, okay, if they're going to build with the nether brick, because it's like a rare brick from where their mine leads, then they should probably build something with quartz too. But the quartz is going to be a lot more valuable. So I was kind of thinking of just doing some quartz accents on like the corners of this somehow. The quartzers, I don't know. Something, adding a little light, just kind of, I don't know, dashing it up a bit. Let's try this. So, something like, that might be one. Oh, that's going to look awful on that side, though. Dang it. I might just lower this a little here. In general. Maybe having like a quartz ring partway up would look good. Well, it definitely gives it some form. I'm thinking I want another layer like ringing at the bottom as well. Like it would look more symmetrical that way. Although the bottom one might even be maybe some sort of alternate. Like the bottom ones should be just the blocks because they've been worn down by the waves. Whereas the ones up there are still awesome looking. So we'll come through like so, underneath each of those. Probably be easier to do this from the inside. That's one of the things about building, is you really got to think this stuff through. Do I? Never. I think that's interesting. It's kind of vaguely terrifying, like an Enderman. But you know, what's the point of having a mine if you're not going to vaguely terrify the townspeople, you know? You got all this resources for a reason. It's probably like power or something. I don't know. I saw that Deadwood show. They had people who own the mine in that, you know. Well, some of them were nice. Some of them weren't. I guess it's your job as the viewer to decide who the good guys and who the bad guys are. Oh! Speaking of movies with unclear antagonist and protagonist roles, I just saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 last night. And it was a really fun film. it was a little bit more violent than I was expecting. Like, I don't know what it is, but the last few months, just violence in movies has been harder for me to suspend disbelief on. Like, I just, like, you know, it's one of those things, like, I remember as a kid watching The Matrix or whatever, or even watching, like, war movies and stuff. It's like, you know, I know it's just a movie, but lately, just as I get older, it just bothers me more thinking about people getting hurt. Even if I know that they aren't. But yeah, there's a few scenes in there that are just like crazy violent. But it's a very funny film and very enjoyable in general. Now I guess the question is, should there be like a covered archway over this part of the bridge? Like, should the tower continue upward, or does it only support the bridge? Not sure. Either way, though, I'm definitely going to want some ladder wood. So let's go grab some of these trees while we think about that. Oh, you know what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to light the insides of the white parts of these. So I'm going to... Is it really dangerous for me to go down in there while it's dark at night? Probably. Probably not the smartest thing I've done. But this will look good. Well, it'll look better. Until I'm out of torches. Okay, good plan, everybody, good plan. Ladders, at least. We've got those going for us. That's pretty nice. Great. Driving away a little bit to get a sense of how far away from we can see that. Well, it's pretty dark out, but the crenellation definitely gives it a tower feel, which I think is a vast improvement. Yeah, that feels pretty solid. And I might even extend the building out alongside one of the walls here. Like having like a guardhouse on the side or something down there. Might be worth doing. But yeah, this is a good start. And then we can even get some different colored wood. I guess I can use the same dark wood that I used here on the bridge for the whole top of the tower. But I think it might look better if I used a different wood and had it... Well, having it flush is neat in other ways. How much wood do I have left? Or is it all... Oh, dang it, all of my... It's all over at the pig base, or pig part of the base. Okay. Speaking of which, people have sent some great suggestions about what to name the pig part of the base. Pigsty Bay was one of the good ones. Not necessarily going to choose it, but... I was thinking, though, there's something about the word cove I like. And I don't know. So many good suggestions, but we just haven't quite found it yet. And we'll know it when we find it. Oh, here we go. Spruce wood. Right here. Didn't have to go far. Uh-oh. I hear a spider. They can climb up walls, so I should be alert and not fall down because a spider attacks me. Right? That would be a good spider-related plan, it strikes me. Is he inside of here somehow? I hope not. But, okay. So in terms of works in progress, this is definitely one. But if we add some magma cubes for light, maybe? Not magma cubes, magma blocks. That might punch it up a bit, too. So why don't we, dang it, jump past our boat? Dang it, boat. You're worthless. Spider. Spider. Okay, we're safe. So my personal favorite suggestion for naming the pig inlet, though, actually came from commenter Romeo Gonzalez, who suggested ham on a boat, because it's like I'm on a boat. Now, if you guys have heard the song I'm on a Boat, you would know that while ham on a boat is a great start, I'm actually really thankful to Romeo for suggesting it. The word I'm and the word ham do not sound particularly similar. However, there is an entire stanza where the characters or the singers in the song are like, I'm on a boat and it's going fast and you know what word sounds a lot like and is ham. So I might name that I'm on a boat ham cave. Cove. Dang it. I'm on a boat cove. No, I'm on a boat ham cove. Dang it. It's close. Dang it. I'm getting closer. Back Bacon Bay was another suggestion from Bundy. And Back Bacon Bay. Back Bacon might actually work well because that is like the back part of the bay. Actually, yeah, maybe just Back Bacon. Because it reminds me of the Back Bay from Massachusetts, from Boston. But it also has that, yeah, Back Bacon. That's a good suggestion. Let's teleport up here so we can actually look at it. Yeah, that might be a very viable suggestion. So thank you to our commenter Bundy for throwing that out there. Cool. This is a great spot to build a house because you can see the sign there, but you can also see the pig. Actually, building something on top of here wouldn't be crazy either. Although I should probably eat so I don't die. But like, this spot right here does have a great view of the whole bay. Sorry, I'm just sightseeing in my own bay instead of building. My bad. So we're just going to come through here and grab some crops from my little temporary garden I set up. This is not going to be the final garden, but I just needed something where I could get a little bit of food while I was working on all these other parts of the project. I'm thinking that I want to try and get at least a few foundations of some of these buildings in here today. Now, how big should each small building be in here? I was thinking it might be able to get away with like a pretty tiny footprint for each of them because they're basically going to be storage sheds for me that look kind of like houses. Like I might put a bed in them technically because they look like houses, but they're really just storage facilities. And maybe at that point I don't care if there's a bed in them. Maybe I just want them to look nice and store a lot of stuff. The bed's just going to add clutter. So, I'm on the fence about that. But what I'm not on the fence about is nutrition and inventory space. So where are we? Oh good, I have a map. I do have a map. And it says I'm right here. Now we're going to need to actually have this map better reflect our new bridge, don't we? So is this the one that would have the bridge on it? Boom, there it is. And I guess that one too, it looks like. So we'll just toss that there. Hey, so you can see our little tower now. That's a good start. I'm sure I'm going to have a ton of ideas about how to tweak this tower and make it better and add to it as I get more materials. But let's focus first on getting the foundations in for some of these buildings. Like, I was thinking I would probably just use andesite for the foundations, but I'm already actually running low on that thanks to all the andesite I've thrown into there. But it seems to me like I'd want to have a bunch of paths. Like I want to have a path that rings around like a central garden. And this garden is not what will be the final garden, but it is representative of the concept of doing that. So it seems like having a building here would be logical. Kind of facing in to what will be the main path. So let's just kind of set up. Maybe we'll give a little room here. But we'd have like a small building. Why do I have so many torches here? Was I going to do... Are those markers for something? I don't know. Yeah, so this could be a very respectable building. And I don't want it to be perfectly rectangular, which you can tell I'm already doing a bad job at. So, let's go ahead. I kind of figure it should, like, have a big window facing out at the bay right there, but it'll also come in and maybe not have a diagonal. It should maybe step a little bit, though, like having it come back like this. And then we got some storage, like room for chests or whatever back up here. So this could be one foundation. And then we'd have a little gap and then another building that's going to be aligned with it. Because if we have a path, I could use my path blocks. Oh, wait, not if I'm using dirt, but... Like if you imagine we had a path that goes along here, past, like over to the map. Which will eventually have a better pavilion too, but like... So we got our map here that people can come walk up to. We got our garden area down here. We have buildings ring in the garden. Okay. So we might have like another building. That's too close. Dang it. Not helping. Blocks. Yeah, is that going to be exactly the same size though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's wrong. We can't have them be exactly the same size. That's undesirable. We are going to make this one 7. We're going to dig into this hill a little bit, maybe with this building, and have it only come back this far. And then we'll put in a little garden or something. Of course, I didn't bring tools for gardening. Oh, wait, yeah, I did. No, I didn't. Dang it. Okay. So then this path would continue kind of past here. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because I guess I could have a house that was like this. At that point, we might as well start considering digging in right here, even. Dang it, fine. Having that run to here and over. Have another gap. Have a house that backs up into here. And over to this one, let's just say. Probably should have used magma stones for this, because that would be more distinctive. But then I'd burn my toes all the time. We'll cut into the garden a little bit here. And kind of continue around this way with some more houses. Got some ideas. So to recap this episode, we've improved our tower. We've started laying out the foundation of our little village up here. We have done a little bit of work on our map, and we have named the back bacon. I mean, that's pretty solid. I'm pretty excited about all this. If you guys have any comments about good detail ideas for some of these buildings, or for the tower here, or just anything in general, I do read all the comments, every comment. So, thank you guys so much again. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.